I found myself in a very similar situation, but I was a cop. Hey, what's up? It's KT, and what most of y'all have already noticed is that I'm a black man born and raised here in America, but also I'm a former police officer. And with everything going on, a lot of people have suggested that I just share some of my stories and experiences that, some people may be able to take something from that. I am in no way, shape, or form trying to come off and say that I'm an expert in anything. I'm just sharing my experiences, sharing my stories, sharing like a couple opinions here and there. That's it. All right, so with that being said, the Rayshard Brooks incident, I didn't watch the entire video. To be honest, I'm just not really into watching people die. I mean, there's been plenty of videos of people taking their last breath on camera, and I seen enough death in my life, so I didn't watch all of the video. But I did watch the beginning portion of it, and I heard about what ended up happening. I found myself in a very similar situation, but I was a cop. Before I get into that though, I want to say this, and this will tie in at the end of the video, at the end of the story. When I got out of the police academy, I had a training officer. Well, I had a few training officers, but one training officer in particular said to me, as cops, we decide what is a crime, and we also solve the problem for the night. We decide what's a crime. We also solve the problem for the night, right? So I can make another video breaking down my interpretation of that, but just for the purpose of this video, just keep that in mind and then tie in at the end, right? All right, so we get a call one night, a check the welfare call from a business. So pretty much saying that dispatch pretty much tells us, and we had the call logs and stuff like that come on the screen, and the dispatcher is telling us to call on the radio, check the welfare call. Pretty much that it's a car that's running and someone is inside the car of this business parking lot and they aren't moving. So we arrive on scene. It's me and my other partner, and he's a black officer, outstanding cop, outstanding officer. So we go to make contact. We gotta do our job, right? So we're looking at the scene, surveying the scene, also just looking, inside the car with our flashlights and stuff, just making sure, there's no threats or anything. We gotta be careful, gotta protect ourselves, but also we're here to protect and serve. Gotta protect and serve, right? So we make contact with him, visibly drunk. He ends up waking up, he's drunk. The odor, the alcohol comes out the car. So what do we do now? So at this point, we understand that, all right, he cannot drive this car. He cannot drive this car tonight. He cannot drive home tonight. So what are our choices now? How do we handle the situation at this point? It's a few different things you can do. It's not only one way to skin a cat, as they say, right? So what do we decide to do? All right, cool. So we can have him drive to that parking space right there, and we can see him driving intoxicated. We can see that. We can have him do that, do sobriety test, all that. We can end up doing that route. Or maybe we got a choice to do something else. So listen, sir, we're going to have you step out of the car. We're going to have you turn off the ignition and you step outside of the car because you're not driving tonight. Do a whole police thing, talk to him, get the ID, ask him, where does he live and all this and that. Confirm his address. Then we ask him, could he call anybody? Is there anyone that could come pick him up? One of the officers pulls the car in to the parking spot because so it'll no longer be in the business roadway. It's not a restaurant, so it's not a drive-through, but it's still a business roadway. So pull in right there and parked it. Turn the car off, lock the door, got the keys. No one answer the phone, no one can pick him up. So, all right, what we doing now? We can't leave him here, he's drunk. We still have to protect and serve. What are we gonna do? All right, We got calls. We still got calls to go to. We still on the clock. We still working. We still have a duty. Call the cab. Keys in there. Send him on his way. If the car gets towed, I mean, that's the least of our concerns right now. The car gets towed. Some people would say that was bad policing. Some people may say that was good policing. You're going to have some people disagreeing. Some people agree. But I can live with all the criticism when it comes to that. But I can say when I look back and reflect on it, so what really happened? So, well, one, we didn't have to use any force. So we didn't have to use complete any use of force paperwork. Didn't have to go hands on. When I say use of force, like weapons, hands, whatever, we didn't have to use any of that. So my gun was, neither of our guns was ever unholstered. Never used a taser. We didn't escalate things, because with law enforcement, sometimes you got to make a decision fairly quick, because the more you linger, people start thinking and things can escalate, and you got to solve the problem kind of quick. That's something else I can talk on later. So we decided that, right? Cool. Everyone went home. Everyone went home safe. Remember I said at the beginning, my training officer said, we decide what's a crime or not, and we solved the problem for the night. We decided, hey, you going home tonight, man. Like, worry about your car later. You going home. We got some other calls to get to, man. So I don't know if that story, if anyone could take anything from that story, if it means anything, I have no idea. But we all went home. Yeah. As always, y'all have a good one. Be safe out there, all right? I'm out. Peace.